Let me tell you something. GameStop's demise is not bringing a tear to my eye. This is a festival choosing to attack mode, and look, GameStop. People put on nostalgic glasses when GameStop, and just remember all the good times when we're real young and we want to go buy a game. And by we, I mean whoever the hell, whoever adult was with us, because we didn't fucking buy it. And we just go over there, look at whole bunch of games, and fucking look at the back cover, and head back in the car, and you're looking at the back cover of the game. Can't wait to play it, and blah blah blah. You don't realize that's all part of being a kid. Because if you and me right now, if we were to go to GameStop and buy a game and go to the car, do you get that same feeling that you did as a kid? No, you don't. You don't get that same feeling about, grabbing a game. And I tried. I went to GameStop, bought a game, drove back home. It didn't feel like anything. I wasn't, like, oh my god, looking at the back cover and I'm so excited and da 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 da. I wasn't. Even when someone buys me a game, I'm like, I don't have that feeling. That's all part of being a kid, man. And everything is still kind of new to you, and video games are still new to you, and all that stuff. But take off the nostalgia glass. There's a lot of problems with GameStop. That's what I try to do with things that I liked back then. Try to take off the nostalgia glass. I remember back then we didn't like Blockbuster. Even though GameStop is pretty much the gaming version of Blockbuster dying. I remember Blockbuster always sucked because you can only get so much movies, and it was like $20. It was always a lot of money, and like you only have like 3 days to turn it back in. They eventually extended to 5. But I remember you only have a short amount of time to bring the movies back in and start charging you, and of course you always had other things to do. People had jobs and shit. They have time to be driving back over there, and then I remember they did this whole promotion saying free, no longer. They did the big promotion saying there's no more delivery fees and all the stuff. You can get the video as long as you want, like Netflix and a whole bunch of other stores did. But then they eventually just went, nah, we just extended to 5 days. But it was a whole promotion acting like there was like free, no more late fees for delivery, and you can hold the thing as long as you want. And it was bullshit. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, because once Netflix did the streaming thing, that was it. And they needed to die because they were arrogant. They had the whole fucking Hollywood library in their back pocket. As soon as they saw Netflix doing that, all they had to do was fucking immediately come up with their version quickly and make it even cheaper than what they were doing, and they could fucking survive. They would destroy. They even had a time when they could have bought Netflix and they refused to. So Blockbuster don't want to blame on themselves. They kept doing the same shit and they just kept repeating. And GameStop is the same way. Digital media kept increasing every year. They saw the writing on the wall. They could have seen this 10 years ago, or even like 5 years ago, but they chose not to. They chose to just turn a blind eye, put their hand over their face in, and we'll be fine. And I grew up in a whole era of buying games physically. And I'm switching to digital media. You know why? And it's not because I'm a lazy fuck that doesn't want to go to the store. It's that GameStop's a pain in the ass. And you know it is. Don't fucking try to act like it ain't. You go over there, they want you to buy every other thing under the sun. They want you to have a protection plan. They go ahead and try to buy. I went there last time. They want to put a subscription to Game Informer without even telling me. They just added it on without saying shit, expecting me not to see it. And at the fucking time, what is this extra fee, man? Take that off. Oh no, is that every no, take that off. What the fuck's wrong with you? Always pulling sneaky shit. Always trying to actually, you want to pre-order this, you want to pre-order that. It's like, yo, let me buy the game and shut the fuck up. Now, if you somehow are slick enough to get into a conversation with me and all that stuff, then you could suggest that. But the way they offer it, they sound like robots. Would you like to? No, I don't. Remember the time when they were trying to have a phone division? They kept trying to, every time someone bought a game, hey, would you like to try one of the? No, I won't. Fucking, and then the worst offender of GameStop, the worst thing they always do is you fucking have dirty games you're selling. They give you like $35 credit, maybe 20. Jesus, man. And then you have 10 games you haven't played, you want to go sell and to buy one game. Think about that. Selling 10 games that you once bought, probably bought a full price $60, maybe $30, maybe $40. 10 fully priced games. You sell all of them to buy one game. And it doesn't even cover $60. Those 10 games will probably give you like maybe $30. And you have $30 laying around and you just wanted to pay $30 to get one game. And in that one game you bought, all them 10 games you sold for that one game is going to accumulate to another 5 or 6 games that you're going to sell to buy another game. I know GameStop made 100% of the money off used games, but that was always annoying. And they always try to like, hey, you want to buy a new version? You can buy the used version for $55. It's like I'd rather just spend extra $5 to get a new. No, but extra $5 is like, yo, if you're gonna sell used games, understand, but make it viable for the customer. If the game is $60, you want to sell it used, you're gonna make 100% profit. Cool. Then why do you need to sell for $55 then? Sell for $40. Sell for $30. You can still make it 100% profit. Why not make it enough of a gap that you're like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the used version. Fuck that. I ain't gonna spend $60. I'm gonna spend $40 on this used version of this game. But no, they didn't do that. Every time you buy a brand new game came out, if it's used, $55. And then they try to convince you like they're doing your favor. Like, no, buy the used version. I was like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to do it because your manager told you to. Fuck off. Am I sad to see GameStop go? No. I used to love GameStop, but cool people used to work there to recommend you games and talk about games and all that shit. But then towards the end, especially in the last like 5 or 7 years, GameStop, not only they've been closing everywhere, but all the employees there suck. The managers suck. The employees fucking shove everything down your throat. You want to fucking punch them in the face. The managers are a pain in the ass. The used games are not much different price from the new games. And even though you know they're making 100% profit those used games, but it's just there's not enough of an incentive there, or a price gap for them to make you want to buy the used games. You sell used games, you get 2 pennies and a smack on the ass. Nothing. What was different about going to game at GameStop? You know, like, oh, you go GameStop because, you know, used games are a lot cheaper. You can still do that on Amazon. You can go to Amazon and fucking buy a game even way cheaper than GameStop. And one time I wanted to buy The Last Story on the Wii, and they only had it used. And I was like, hey man, don't you have it new? And they're like, that game hasn't been new in years, man. That game, they don't sell a game new no more. And this was like 3 years ago. And I'm thinking, okay, I go to GameStop, see The Last Story, one of the first top thing I search for on Amazon. Bam, Last Story new for $20, even cheaper than what they're selling it for. I think they're selling it for like $25. And I fucking bought it new, and bro, and shit, when I got it on Amazon, shit, the thing came in wrapped, CD clear. And that's when I realized that I don't need to go to GameStop anymore. I bought my Switch on Amazon. I bought my PS4 Pro on Amazon. The last thing I bought on Amazon, GameStop was my original PS4, and that shit fucking sucked. This is attack mode, swinging back to defense mode, and I am out. Peace.